Is Giaint economy bouncing back? Today we're gonna be showing some videos in the mining sector, agricultural, where we see the main developments which is happening in Giaint. Please like, comment and share. Stay glued as we bring you the videos. Please keep on watching as we dive deeper into the Zimbabwe economy. Stay glued. Let's watch.
Hi, my name is Graham Ross, farming in Headland, Zimbabwe. I'd just like to introduce you to our phase 2 solar project, the second phase of our 3-phase rollout of the solar option. So in order to utilize that energy now to run the second phase, which is our barns, homestead, borehole, etc., we've run a DC line from the solar array up to the central point here by the transformer, by our generators, and we've put in a 100 kVA inverter and a battery system which enables us to use that power now either for pumping or for running our barn and our homestead setup. And on a bright, clear, sunny day like today, we can actually do both. We can pump and run the 100 kVA setup here. It's a fantastic opportunity for us to use clean energy, get a degree of independence from the grid, and it was the logical step for us to take once we had put in the large solar farm down near the dam. Often people, when they look at solar, they view it as a massive capital outlay and they're daunted by that. But what we found in our experience is that the solar lends itself to modular development. So we started off with phase 1, which was the solar farm, daylight pumping. It served us now for almost 3 seasons faultlessly. Very happy with that setup. The second modular part was to bring the solar up to the barns, be able to utilize that to the max. And then the third would be to upgrade the batteries and then almost be completely off-grid. For us, it's been a hassle-free experience and it's almost turnkey. So the technology, I think, is developing so quickly that one, costs are coming down, but two, we're no longer the guinea pig, if I can say that. We are now using fully integrated, very well designed setup that really hasn't given us much headaches. I'd just like to, as a farmer, we like to keep things simple and we just want to know what are the savings and what are the costs. We've been curing since December on a tunnel system. We've used approximately 300 liters of diesel since December, which is a massive saving for us. There's no repairs and maintenance cost to our generator, there's no running cost, there's no downtime, there's no mechanical failure that we've had to deal with. And the saving in our diesel alone has been massive. The one thing that we need to clearly understand, we run continuous curing systems on this farm, and continuous curing systems cannot have downtime. The maximum amount of time that we can have a fan or a system go down is probably 15 minutes before our product starts to deteriorate in the tunnel and in our other curing system. And that's the huge advantage with the solar. So when people look at cost savings, they look at opportunity cost, they start looking at how am I going to pay back. Those are the type of things that it's difficult to put it into a monetary value. But in our case, we believe that this system has saved us a massive amount of money. The quality of our product, having the continuous system not going down all the time, the savings on diesel, the hassle-free interchange between the grid, generator, solar. This technology is so smart these days that it does that for us almost automatically and completely seamlessly. We've got a system here, we've got a 100 kVA inverter, which is adequate to run our whole barn complex, homestead, borehole, pressure pump system that we have. We've got an 80 kVA battery for storage, and that battery is just designed simply to get us between the period where we've got daylight hours off the solar, and then at night time gives us about, when we're at full production, gives us about 4 hours of standby power, and normally by then the grid has come back on. So we can either use solar during the day, battery for a period at night, and then the grid for the rest of the night. Obviously phase 3 will be the upgrade of the whole system, increase the battery power storage, and then we would probably be almost off-grid completely. The other big plus that we've got with this system is it was installed and we deal with solar energy projects. It's a Zimbabwe-based company. The backup has been excellent. We've had a couple of teething problems with some of the switches changing over, generator automatic switches. These guys are a phone call away. Any issue or any problem that we've experienced, they've had a qualified team of technicians within hours on the farm. They've fixed our problems. We've just found the backup to be second to none. So for me, that's a huge plus. Being a local product, locally sourced, local based company, I find that is really, really top class. And we're very happy with the service. We're very happy with the installation, and kudos to their team. Excellent team. This project has given us the opportunity to use clean energy to get a degree of independence from the grid. And it's been a collaboration between ourselves and Northern Tobacco. We've been able to put in a decent solar system like this, sustainable energy, and something that we look into the future. Again, we'd like to expand it and possibly become completely off-grid.
Is the Giaint finally waking up? Please leave your comment in the comment section.
Zimbabwe has made history exporting the first ever shipment of lithium sulfate processed in Africa. This marks a significant step in the continent's efforts to move away from raw mineral exports and into more local processing. The consignment was dispatched from the Acadia mine operated by Prospect Lithium Zimbabwe, which described it as the first lithium salt produced in Zimbabwe and in Africa at large. The exported quantity was not immediately clear, but in a post on social media on the 27th of April, the firm, which is run by Chinese company Zhejiang Huayu Cobalt, described the export as a landmark achievement. Its general manager, Henry Zhu, said it is a testament to Zimbabwe's innovation and Africa's growing role in the global energy transition. Global demand for lithium has surged in recent years. It is a key component of rechargeable batteries for electric vehicles, consumer electronics, and energy storage systems. The latest development comes after some drastic policy changes by Zimbabwe. In February this year, the administration of President Emmerson Mnangagwa suspended exports of raw minerals and lithium concentrates with immediate effect. The ban was initially planned to take effect in January 2027, but the government brought it forward after noticing what it called a renewed scramble to massively export the mineral ahead of the deadline. Mines Minister Polite Kambamura said at the time that the decision was taken in the national interests. Zimbabwe is Africa's leading lithium producer. However, it has historically exported the mineral in raw form or as concentrate due to a lack of local processing capacity. Most of those exports have been shipped to China. Research from institutions including the African Development Bank shows that countries exporting raw or semi-processed minerals capture only a fraction of total value because most profits are generated after refining. According to Zimbabwe's Mines Ministry, the country exported more than 1 million tons of lithium concentrate in 2025. But global price volatility and the relatively low returns associated with unprocessed exports have left Zimbabwe with few benefits. The $400 million Acadia processing facility is one of several plans aiming to address such a gap. Completed in October 2025, it has the capacity to produce approximately 50,000 tons of lithium sulfate annually. As global competition for critical minerals intensifies, resource-rich African countries are increasingly seeking to reduce raw exports and expand domestic processing.
Please, if you enjoyed watching, please leave your comment in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Please see you in the next episode. Bye for now. Cheers.
These are roughly 35 holes, 38 holes. Yeah. 3.2 meters. Tonnage per blast. If it's a 6 meter round, we pull out 100 tons. If it's a 5 meter round, we pull out around 95, 98. Roughly we take 2 hours on average to drill the whole round. When we're using jackhammers, yeah, would take maybe almost the same time, but it will be short around. This one is drill thick, that one will be drilling on the length of the hole.
This one is called what the machine?
This is the drill rig. Yes. Right.
Which explosives are you using?
We are using emulsion. Things like boosters plus emulsion.
What are the specs for the rig?
Sorry.
What are the specs for the rig?
This is should be a D210L, something like that.